are going to be made up of these movements when we're on the bottom. We usually warm up with these movements and we do them in isolation, so when we do them as part of a technique, it makes more sense when you first start. The first technique we're going to talk about, the first movement, is our basic hip escape or shrimp. You'll hear it called one or the other. Everyone kind of has their own way of doing it, but a lot of key details are going to kind of remain the same. So the way I like to start when I'm teaching someone who's brand new, they've never done jiu-jitsu, is we start with our feet close to our butt and our elbows in tight, my head off the floor. I'm going to start now by rolling to one side. When I roll to my side, look, don't leave this shoulder back. I see people roll to the side like this. This isn't to your side. This is to your side. My shoulder is either layered on top of my bottom shoulder or bladed a little bit past. Right? So here, elbows in. All I'm doing is rolling to my side. Now I'm going to use my legs close to my butt to lift my hips here. So it's mainly my top leg and my bottom shoulder. I should be able to do this without using my bottom leg. You'll see different ways to do this. Some people say to use this leg to push, some people say not to. We're gonna do both. So the first way without the leg, I lift my hips, and now I use this foot and this shoulder to push my butt back. My head drops, and I put my hands down like I'm trying to touch my toes. And then I use my foot to drag myself back, all right? So I'm going to my side. I can use both feet or just one leg. I lift my hip, I shoot my butt back. Common mistake when people first start doing this is they leave their head up like this. In a fight, you're gonna get punched. In a jiu-jitsu match, you're gonna get cross-faced or strangled. Come here. So my shoulders are still protecting my neck. Then a common mistake is people do their hip escape, and they reset and do it again. If this is escaping my hips, this is kind of the opposite. And that's a technique in itself, right? If I'm in half guard and I want to get underneath somebody, that's one way I might do it. That's kind of one movement I might use. So I start, feet in, elbows tight, I roll to my side, lift the hips, hip out, my feet are still connected to the ground, my elbows come back, and I pull my hips back through. Now I can go to the other side. My shoulders up, my feet are connected to the mat, and I lift my hips. Hip back, keep those feet connected to the ground, and hip back in. What I see a lot of new people do is they hip, and they take their feet off the ground. Keep your feet on the ground, right? Because this is what I'm using to move. If they're in the air, I can't move my hips. So my feet stay connected. Now I'm just going side to side, just barely off the floor. I don't want to drag my body on the mat, too much friction. Do it in the air. Alright, so that's your basic hip escape. Let's go on to our bridge now. Alright guys, let's go to our bridge now. So I'm going to start the same way. My feet are tight to my butt, and my elbows are in tight. Now this time, instead of rolling to my side, I'm going to kind of stay square for now. I'm going to lift my hips, and as I lift my hips, I'm going to pick one shoulder. All right, so I'm going to go to my left shoulder first towards you. I lift my hips, I go to my shoulder, and I'm looking behind me. If I want to, I can reach with my opposite hand, or I can imagine grabbing with both hands and snagging an arm. So I'm bridging my hips, going to my shoulder, and looking behind me. Look at my feet here. My feet are close to my butt. The farther away they are from my butt, the lower my bridge is. The closer I bring them, the higher I can lift. At the same time, if my feet are close together, I don't have any balance. I'm easily knocked to the side. If I'm trying to escape, I'll be knocked right over. I want to keep my feet wide and tight to my butt so I can bridge. And then to the other side. Just going side to side. If I'm facing this wall, I should be looking behind me at the peak of my bridge. So I'm not bridging sideways, it's like I'm bridging behind me. Notice the weight is on my shoulder. I'm not doing a wrestler's bridge to my neck. Alright, if you like doing wrestler bridges and they work for you and you got a strong neck, that's great, but over time that it does do some damage to your neck. So I think bridging to my shoulder is a little bit safer. Alright, so that's your basic bridge now. now let's talk about using our hip escape and our bridge to get up to our knees. Okay, so going back to our hip escape now. Feet close to the butt, elbows in tight. I roll to my side, and I do my hip escape. All right, we got that. Now, to get up, I bring my elbows back to protect my neck. I'm going to switch my feet and drive to that shoulder. Look at my knees, they're off the ground here. All the way to my bottom shoulder, so I can bring my knees to my chest. Now, depending on the situation of the match, I might be looking to sit out, I might be looking to make posture. It's gonna depend on what you're using that hip escape to your knees are for. What I don't want to do is hip and get up on my elbow. All right? When I get up on that elbow, I'm exposing my neck. Headlocks, guillotines, all that kind of stuff. Here, I switch, hands protecting my neck. So as I'm getting up, my neck's protected here. Then my knees come up. Then I can be looking to sit out or make posture, depending on what the situation is. So let's look at that again from the other side. I hip, switch, hands in, drive, and turn over. My hands don't come away from my neck until the very end. Alright, now let's talk about how to get to our knees off of our bridge. Alright guys, bridge to our knees now. This is the one that I see people kind of have the hardest time with. Someone who's not good at jiu-jitsu, like when you do your upa skip, or you trap an arm, trap a leg, someone who's not good at grappling, they don't have like body awareness of your body or their own body, you can bridge and just roll them over and they fall off. They flop right off. Someone who's good at jiu-jitsu, just bridging my hips and rolling to the side isn't enough. So when I do this bridge, I'm lifting, I'm looking behind me, my knee goes to the ground so I can bring this leg around. So I face the same direction. So if I'm facing you to start talking, when I bridge my hips, my knee goes down and I step, I should be facing you at the end. It doesn't look like much, but cutting that angle is gonna make it hard for people to keep their arms based out. So it's bridge, knee, and step. Bridge, knee, and I step around. Alright? So you can do it slow, you can do it explosive, or if you're having a hard time, cutting and making that angle going all the way around, it can even be bridge, knee down, and I kind of walk my feet. But I want to try to make it smooth. Bridge, and go. Alright? Last one we're going to talk about is connecting our bridge and our hip escape together, using them in conjunction to each other. Alright? Last movement is connecting our bridge to our hip escape. Alright? Because when you're escaping from bottom side control, bottom mount, you're going to have to use these movements together. Alright? So to start, I'm going to do my bridge. I bridge my hips. I'm bridging to my right side. I'm going to keep looking to my right as my butt goes back and my head drops down. So look, feet connected to the floor. I hip escape out and then I pull back through. It's just my bridge and my hip escape together. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Notice my feet constantly stay connected to the floor. From my bridge to my hip escape, my toes and my legs are engaged. Alright, so those are your basic jiu-jitsu movements. And in the future, we'll do some more videos on more solo movements. Alright, thank you for watching.